Big dog. Big dog.
See me, I'm sitting low on 4G audio. When you see me, I'm getting dope on 4G audio. On 4G audio. On 4G audio.
4G Audio Podcast.
Damn.
Oh, that was so fucking loud.
That was very loud, wasn't it?
Don't you guys
That was
like
good.
that intro? I love that intro. Men are in trouble. Mansplaining. Man-spreading. Me too. Time's up. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Regular 6ix9ine. Meeting up behind the Shonies to be buddies. Jaden Smith. Thankfully, I'm here to help. Why am I qualified for this? Because I have a popular podcast, a gender-neutral haircut, and I bought whippets off the internet.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen,
Jesus.
Stylez the Prophet.
I hope no one's listening. Shout out DJ Kilby. I'm Stylez the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together we are the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast. Gang 221. Super stoked.
We are here.
Right, super stoked to be here.
Yes,
what's he
sir.
say? He's, I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah.
And you're somewhere. Shit. So actually tonight's guest is from Vancouver. He's actually got quite a bunch of I don't know what you would call it, like there's stuff going on around him all the time.
Yeah.
All the time he's on the TV and all this stuff. We'll get into that in a little bit. I have not heard back from him.
Yeah, we're just trying to
We're
get
gonna
hold of
zoom him because like I said, he's from Vancouver, and we are not in Vancouver, and he's not in Ottawa. So we'll get to that in just a fucking.
What's the time difference between the
Three,
two?
I
It's
think
like
it's
yeah,
3
more-
hours.
right now
3,
it's
4.
more than that.
No,
surely.
right now it's 3:25.
Is that it?
Yeah, because
I
like
thought it was
whenever
more
I
than
went
that.
out there, it was like a 5.5 hour flight
yeah.
or something like that. But then it was like we gained 3 hours.
Okay.
So we left it at fucking 9, and we got there at 11, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like 11 their time.
Their
or
time.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 3 hours for them.
3 hours.
So which kind of also too is like understandable 'cause it's like 5:30. That's why it was hard for
Like
me
dinner
when I was
time.
out there too, because like I'm like first of all, we probably like sometimes might not have been eating dinner,
Yeah.
or it might have been like late dinner or like whatever, right? Just right into stuff, doing shit, whatever. And then like I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do the podcast, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool, yeah, it's 5:30 here though. Remember that? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like 4:35, I'm getting ready and shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, we're in like fucking Surrey. We gotta get to Richmond. I gotta do this thing. Like we still have to book into the hotel. I'm like, I gotta do this.
Yeah,
Like whatever.
right.
Like, oh fuck. Shit. So it was tough like that because it's like I didn't think. I'm like, whatever, cool, yeah, get it done early,
Yeah.
and then like then go for dinner,
And,
then
yeah.
like party your face off or whatever, right?
Right.
And we didn't party at West, but
You didn't party at West?
no. But you know what I'm saying.
Kept it straight.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Is I was like, yeah, it's almost easier for me. Yeah. It was actually the opposite. It was fucking harder for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, like
Yeah. I wasn't out there long enough. I was only out there for like 4 days when I went to BC, and I mean, you're just awake like the whole time anyway. So
Yo,
I was exhausted when I came home though. Like fucking just
oh yeah, I finally got not
Wiped.
that I didn't sleep, but it was like I finally got to like sit down.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like relax. Where it
Yeah.
was like even when I did sit down and smoke a joint or like whatever out there, I'm like, sure,
It's
yeah,
not
it's
the
relaxing
same.
and it's fun and like whatever, but you're like
Yeah.
on the go. You're like, what's next? Where are we
yeah.
going? We have to leave in the morning and like, okay, yeah, get
Yeah.
your fucking shit together, like whatever. I'm not complaining by any means. It
No,
was
it's
amazing.
beautiful out there.
But
for sure.
also too, like I never noticed the
Never noticed.
the jet lag.
Yeah.
I was like, the plane sleeps.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, I just didn't want to say it because it's obviously sounded dumb.
Yeah.
But I said it anyways. But
It's
no,
not
the jet
that.
lag, I didn't like notice it. I didn't even think that there would be any like in that kind of thing,
Yeah.
But like and a lot of the time it's funny because I'm like sometimes so self-aware, but other times not at all. And people would even be like, oh, it's because of this. And like, I didn't even realize that every time this happens, or I do this happens,
Yeah.
So like Bully said, he's like, yo, he's like, it was like a few days in still. And he's like, yo, he's like, we didn't, or he's like, I found, he's like, the jet lag didn't hit me as bad as it hit you. I'm like, I had jet lag? Like, what? But like, the thing is he would have noticed it, right? But in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, let's go, guys. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they'd be
just-
like, You coming?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, they see the change in character, but you're just like, I'm doing it.
And you think too, it wouldn't make much of a difference because you get 3 extra
It's
days,
not
you
much,
get 3 extra
but-
hours,
Hours,
and
yeah.
you're going. You
Yeah.
only get 3 extra hours for that one day.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we go to bed, and I go, or we'd just be chilling, and I'd be like, oh, it's 3:30 right now, yeah, and I'd be like, but at home it's 6:30,
Yeah.
like always sitting. They'd be like, or even like, mostly when it was like late like that or early in the morning, but even anytime they'd be like, what time is it? I'm like, it's 1 p.m. or whatever, you know. It's like, but it's fucking 4
You're
o'clock.
right, you're
at
always
home.
doing it.
Like, yeah.
I got
Yeah.
so much time right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Because in
Yeah.
my mind, you think about it every time you look at the time and think about what time it is at home.
Yeah,
you're like,
oh, it'd be 3 hours.
suckers!
From now.
Like they're
Yeah.
already eating dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I just finished lunch.
Yeah. You're thinking of shutting it down. I still got 3 hours left.
Yo, speaking of shutting it down, topic at hand here.
Let's get it.
What do you think about the shows that got shut down? There was
Here in Ottawa?
there was Casper.
Yeah,
that I think
and,
Bully and Fox were supposed to perform there,
Yeah, that's right.
and there was also
TJ?
Lil TJ.
Yeah.
So that was for the Cranium Festival?
I think one
They
of
put
them-
it on, I believe. Like, but I
Okay,
don't think
so-
it was like Cranium Festival. Like
So they were like
it was like
promoters or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think Lil TJ was ever in Canada.
Yeah, you
but-
called that one from the fucking start.
But
that
at the
one.
same time, at the same time, so
Yeah,
like,
dude.
because they're like, yeah, okay, it's Calgary and as you say, Renfrew and Ottawa. Okay, cool. So then I'm like, okay, he is on gun charges that are like very recent.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Someone else was like, yo, it's his cousin. He says it's his cousin's gun. Okay, maybe that's true, right? We still have to go through court and do all this shit. And he comes
And
in
they're
and
not gonna let
testifies
you,
and
like-
whatever. Yeah. So in
Yeah.
that time, you're not allowed to go anywhere, you know? So, okay, weird, right? But then, and the thing is everything I'm about to say and end up is kind of contradicts myself in the end. But
yeah.
so I'm like, yeah, it's not happening, whatever. So then I look to see, like, is he actively on tour in the States? And this is like, well, he's nearby. Because you can, like, I don't know if when you're like awaiting trial type shit, I don't know if you can get this shit for that. But like, if you were like if myself, I'm like, I can't go to the States or whatever, right? Okay, so but I can go there and I can make fucking 30 grand in the next 2 weeks or whatever. They'd be like, wow, all right, yeah, okay, you can go, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if he's already on tour, he's allowed to leave the state, right? Like his state. But then like if he's already like, oh, I'm near fucking Canada, they want me to go to fucking Ontario or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, just dip up. No, he's not actively on tour doing anything right now
Right.
or at that time. But then also he was it was just those 2 dates. I'm like, what a weird, like, seems weird. And I think it was, I'm not 100%, but I think it might have been Cranium that put on the one in Calgary too.
Okay.
Possibly, don't quote me, but I think. And so he posted a video being like, oh, I'm in Calgary, Canada, or
Right,
whatever, right? And
yeah.
I'm like, I could just post the video like right now.
You
and be
could
like,
do that anywhere.
like,
Yeah.
I'm in Mexico, bro.
Yeah.
And so
And-
have you seen there's like this technology, it's called the hollow box.
No.
So it's like basically you can project yourself from wherever you are
Oh, and
into
any-
like anywhere in the world that has
Right.
one of these hollow boxes, and it looks like you're there, right? It looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Right.
real 3D projection.
It's like
or
the
whatever.
Biggie thing.
Or
Did you see
Tupac.
that? No, there was a Biggie thing recently where it was like a stand, like one of those like glass display stands type
Yeah.
thing, and then he was standing inside it, but he's like, and
Oh,
he's
it's
like,
like
looks
Oh,
like
that's
he's in
kinda
there
cool.
talking
Yeah,
and shit,
right.
hanging out,
So
like,
it's I guess something similar to that, but this
Yeah.
is like in real time, right? So that's
Yeah,
just
so
like
it's
something
be-
that's been projected into something.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is legit like a real time thing.
But yeah,
like,
so
I
it'd be
could
the same
project
thing. It's just
myself-
they're playing a video or whatever.
Right,
But
yeah,
in this
yeah.
Look like you're
scenario,
there in
you're
real
actually
time.
doing
It's
it. Yeah,
literally-
yeah. I
it's
see
called
what
the
you're saying.
hollow box.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Well,
there
yeah.
was, so I think Drake recently did some kind of performance, and people were
Had to be.
speculating that he wasn't actually on stage.
Really?
That he was like, because it was this weird light box that was around him the whole time, and like
Okay.
if you look at this hollow box thing, it's like a white box, and it looks like the person is like standing inside a box, but they're not actually there, right? They're
You
just
man,
being
that would
projected.
be the forefront of fucking touring. It would. you
That's what I'm
wouldn't
saying,
tour
right? So,
anymore.
like,
You'd
but, like,
just be
man,
You wouldn't
doing
even need
that.
to cross like borders or anything, right? So if
That's
you have
crazy.
charges, you wouldn't need to go over
Yeah,
state lines.
you
You
could
can just
perform
perform
all over
perform
the world.
exactly.
But yo,
right?
back in the
Anytime.
day, I remember I
That's
went to a movie
Crazy.
in
Yeah, basically.
yeah, kind of, yeah. But it's like
It's, what is it? It's called
It's no, but it wouldn't be you're thinking of augmented reality.
Augmented
Right.
reality.
But it would
yeah.
be like literally like it would like your next step is fucking teleportation
Yeah, basically.
or
yeah,
whatever, you
you're
know,
right,
like
yeah.
shit. But
It's
what
like
I
a
was gonna say is
hologram.
like, but back in the day, like, so I mean, maybe like I get that there's differences or whatever, but back in the day they did something similar in the sense of like how you're talking about as touring or whatever. So it wasn't like you're saying where it was like a projection type thing or like whatever.
Yeah.
It was like they did. I went to like a movie or some shit. I think it was like with the school or something, but it was
Yeah.
at like one of the big fancy theaters in Ottawa or whatever.
IMAX theater,
Like
yeah.
I don't know if it was IMAX though, because that's the one where like
Big
like,
screen
yeah, no, it
and
wasn't.
shit. Yeah. Okay.
But they had a whole bunch of fucking like it was the first time I ever seen a spot where they had like more than 2 fucking theaters, you know.
Okay.
So all this shit. So then there was all these signs everywhere, and it was like Corn concert and all this. I'm like, wow, there's a Corn concert here, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And like at the time I was big into Corn, so I'm like, yo, what the fuck, crazy, yeah. And it's gonna come, I promise. Oh, it was in the States somewhere,
Yeah.
but they were like televised, like not stream, but you know what I mean, like through
showed
the satellite
it in
shit,
the,
showing it in the theater or whatever,
yeah.
right? I'm like, oh, crazy. But I only say that to say that like this
It's
is
like the
better,
same
but it's
idea, but
like they just basically like
improved it.
back then.
basically.
I guess what I'm saying too is back then they did it, and I heard of like a 1-2 here and there different concert, but then never again.
Yeah.
So it didn't really take off, you know.
right.
So
it's
then
just
this,
like
I feel like
going
I'm-
to a theater to watch a
Yeah,
concert.
yeah,
basically, right.
yeah.
Go
But it's
catch the
like
Justin Bieber
produced
tour
and
and
shit,
go
right? Like they
Right,
have
right,
like
right.
all the cameras and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But then like what I'm saying is just like what you're talking about is like that next level up where it's like, yo, I actually fucking went. It looked like he was on that fucking stage.
And that's
Yeah.
it, right?
And
So
people
you're
would probably be
sitting-
more into that.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On the street.
Yo, yeah. You used to be able to see my Cadillac.
Man.
That's like the street
That's
view
wild.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
the street view
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
on your. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
actually.
Okay,
Like that's
fucking cool.
crazy.
Shit, I thought.
I can't
Yeah.
believe. Yeah,
I'm outside your house.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it is, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like that. Like that's like I almost see that being the future of concerts. Like
It
this
could
person's
potentially be-
coming, and
so
so
the
you
way-
could go see it in your local theater, so everybody could see it instead of just that concert. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
or even in your fucking home.
Yeah, if you had one of these
Yeah,
little like
Because
hollow
they're
boxes.
they're in like their studio or home performing, and it just projects to the world in their own fucking hollow box. Fucking
But then like
Right.
yo, but then
So the way they're selling it too is like for, let's say you're a professor and you're doing sort of a presentation to students or whatever.
and you have a
Yeah.
cold.
You know, like you could do like this. You wouldn't even need to be in a lecture
right?
hall.
Yeah, same.
You just be at your
Right,
house, right?
yeah.
Standing in your hollow box, projecting to the hollow box that's at the lecture hall with a room full of people that are watching you, but you don't even need to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
But
It's
see, like,
insane.
she's saying you just
Yeah,
record
maybe.
it, right?
yeah,
like,
true
but-
that.
But
Yeah,
but yo,
yeah.
even
That's
even
it.
too, I was gonna say. But
That's
even
it, for
even
sure.
too, whenever you first started that, I was gonna say too, like there might even be a thing where it's like, so because you're saying like you have it at your house and shit, right? And then like, so I'm thinking, okay, you're gonna like pay an artist to perform at your house for your friends, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I imagine
but-
it's gonna be a
but-
long time before people can afford to.
No,
have these
I
things
know,
in their
but
house.
you were just saying you could have it at your house, right? So regardless of when it is
Potentially.
or how much it could cost or whatever, I'm just saying. Now picture someone having it at their house. I'm like, oh cool, you can make money off that. But okay, I'm throwing a fucking party in my backyard, and Drake's gonna be there, right?
Yeah,
But what I'm
yeah.
getting at is that you have to pay Drake to do that show still either way, right?
Right.
Right? But let's say they do a thing where it's like, okay, like let's say Cranium put on a big thing where they're like, we're doing this fucking like live stream thing with the box
Yeah,
or whatever with Drake or whatever, right? Okay, cool. Like they did it. They have this one fucking like that night that he performed, right? You could like copy that and just sell that. You know what I mean? Like not saying Cranium could take it and use it as their own,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying even Drake could be like, okay, instead of paying me $2 million to sit in my studio and fucking do this and this and this, Dance Monkey Dance,
Yeah.
just give me fucking $500,000 and here's the recording of my last fucking show. here you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then he
right.
could probably like I'm assuming too in the future when they have the technology, you could probably even edit that shit too, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, like hello Wisconsin, you know, it's like, oh, hello Ottawa, you know,
Yeah,
like whatever,
right,
right?
yeah,
Change the
yeah,
little
yeah.
like speeches
Yeah, with
between and
AI
stuff.
voice, yeah, you
Yeah,
just
make
like
it-
just write
yeah,
in the
you're
new
right.
voice.
So
and
then
like,
you could
yeah,
get
you
it where
wouldn't
it's
even know.
like, so it's like, yeah, you're like, oh, I'm throwing a fucking concert. Drake's gonna be like, yeah, whatever. You paid $2 million for
Crazy,
Drake
man.
because he's like $2 or something $million.
Yeah.
Oh, you paid $2 million? No, I got I got last week's concert.
Yeah.
I got Oshiega
Man,
2017.
I've never thought of any of this in my life. Like, this is crazy
But,
to
like,
think of,
it
you
could
know?
be-
It's
right?
all potential shit though,
Yeah,
right?
it is
And like
so
within
realistic.
with
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
it's-
I'm saying.
but
I'm
it's
like
in
scared.
like a realistic line. Other than the
Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
that it's like how scalable is the technology to the point where people
yeah.
could have it in their homes and be able to make
Well,
use
that
of it.
would be like
Right,
the
so this-
fucking long.
So right now it's like
distance idea of
super
it.
expensive,
It'd
right?
be like,
Where,
it
Oh,
would
yeah.
start in your theater or something, or even
but
our
still, I'm
like the Scotiabank place. Like, it would start
that's
in a
where it would be,
concert
right?
venue
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
But
And,
like, even
yeah.
what I'm saying is just like, you know, okay, like picture it's fucking, you know, 3005 or whatever, and they have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying in that case, like, now put yourself in those shoes where you're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna throw a party and have Drake. Like, you
Yeah,
gotta pay him $2 million
yeah.
to actually act that out real time for you. But if you could find a fucking like, he's like, well, actually, I have this that
Yeah.
like, then he can go ahead and go to a meeting and go do Drake stuff.
Yeah,
And then he's just like, okay,
make-
cool, here you go, peel
yeah.
off a fucking thing. Maybe even too, they fucking edit it from other ones
Yeah.
and it's all together or whatever,
It's like
right?
almost a fucking pay-per-view.
Again, you have to like
a
assume
way.
that they have all this technology
This,
in it.
Yeah,
maybe or
yeah,
whatever.
no,
this
for
all
sure.
leads to like the simulation theory that like we're all just living in one big simulation,
Yeah,
and, like-
like the Matrix.
because like
yeah.
that's basically what it's gonna get to.
It's like Drake's
Absolutely.
already
Like, and that's the
unplugged
theory, right?
somewhere,
Yes.
but he's like
Yeah.
he's doing that box shit
Yeah.
into our fucking
Right,
like.
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
yeah,
World, yeah.
But he's
He already
zooming
has
in
it all
from fucking,
recorded.
like,
Or have you
100
ever
years.
seen Ready Player One?
yes, yeah.
So
I
almost
have, but
like
I
that
forget.
too. I guess like it's more of like a apocalyptic world or whatever. But like they all live and make money through the virtual reality.
Right, so
that.
that becomes their
livelihood.
becomes their reality.
They're at
right?
home.
So
on their
that's basically
fucking-
what the simulation theory is,
Yeah.
right? So like the theory goes is that if we were to go on our current trajectory and create a simulation that is indistinguishable from reality, where the graphics look like real life, like
Yeah.
everything looks real,
Yeah.
right? And you couldn't distinguish between whether or not it was. If you could insert yourself into that reality for long enough,
Yeah.
you would forget
You would forget
that
what's
it's
real and what's not.
exactly right. So
Yo,
Yeah.
right, so
yeah,
they're saying like so the
Yo.
simulation
Like-
theory is basically is that some
yeah,
ancient
right.
civilization has gotten to that point already, and we are we're just
Yeah.
running around in some big simulation, right? So like they've already gotten there, and we are the characters or the
Right.
so maybe we
yeah.
all
So
have,
I've forgotten that I got in a fucking booth somewhere and I'm laying there
exactly
playing a game.
exactly
like,
that
yeah.
right exactly.
But
So we
in
all
my
have
mind,
like
I'm here.
we're
and
just
this is it.
avatars, right? This is not a real thing. Our real selves are out
Yeah,
there.
imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly, in some
Imagine-
pod or something playing this
But-
game.
But even too, there's something that I've seen where they like, and I'm not saying like, oh, it's already been done, but I just mean like I actually have seen a thing where it might even be the Matrix, I don't know, but where they reference that same type of shit, like no, you don't realize that like you forgot that you came and did this or whatever, you know what I
Right.
mean? And like, so it could be so possible that you fucking go through the simulation
man,
of
there's
falling asleep
spiritual
and waking
teachers
up
that
and
talk
going to
about the
work and
same
doing
shit,
this.
right?
That,
You
like-
fucking forget about that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Was that sorry? Oh, that's a
Mhm.
fact.
that's
Yeah,
they live inside the fucking earth. I'm telling you, man.
yeah. Yeah, we had that conversation.
I know. I just,
They're there.
But
For real,
yeah,
man.
I don't know if it's the same as the Hollow Earth thing though. I
No?
don't know if it's the same as the Hollow Earth.
Well, Hollow Earth is basically just
People
like
live in the earth,
exactly right.
but this is like
Yeah, yeah.
well, yo,
The AI shit is.
It's getting nuts, man.
Yeah,
So I saw
yeah. Amazing.
So
who
instead
knows?
of the Terminators coming from the future to kill John Connor, they're coming to fucking kill ChatGPT or some shit, you know? Like, or they're trying to stop John Connor from making ChatGPT.
Oh,
No doubt.
Obviously, this is it. We're all currently living in the Matrix.
But you know what I think is like, I shouldn't say like I think. I like the idea of the Batman theory type shit.
Right.
So how it relates to Batman is, I think you know, Jonesy, but they no, you don't.
I don't.
Okay, so they I thought maybe we spoke about it.
Yeah,
we might have.
but
You're just gonna have to jog.
But
my
yeah.
memory.
So it's like, so they say that like the whole Batman story, this and that, whatever, like that, like, and it's like fan theory stuff, right? You know. So they're like, okay, so Batman is just a crazy person, and he's in a like a psych ward somewhere, and so these like people, like the Joker and the Penguin and all this shit,
they're just like real people.
One of them's like the doctor, like
Right.
Harley Quinn's like the nurse and shit, and then like the Penguin's a fucking guy that's in the same hospital and shit and whatever, right? But he's created this whole like universe in his head that he lives in this thing, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing, like, and this is like minor shit, and like it's all just could be
It's like
coincidence too.
fucking
But there's
Shutter
so many
Island.
things. There's so many
Yeah.
things that have happened to
be
me
the
that I'm
crazy
like,
one.
man. So I made this up. So like, what some people believe as like, so it steps away from like Batman specifically and just goes to like, okay, I'm a consciousness somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like aware, you know. So I get bored one day and I'm like, let's create some crazy shit. Like, okay, I'm some kind of like multi fucking celled organism or you know whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and like it's like the heart pumps the blood and like you know, and I made up all this shit, how the human works and all this stuff, whatever. I made it all up,
Right.
you know. And then like rabbits, I fucking made it up. Like
that's why
like,
nothing makes sense.
But you know what I mean? Like everything I fucking made up in my mind. So like you
yeah.
guys are made up. You guys don't
Yeah.
have a consciousness. You guys
It's
are made
just
up in my mind.
you're
I made up that you're this way and you're this way and you're this way and I have all this,
It's
you
your
know?
perspective fucking
So you
projecting
so
the
picture
world.
like you as a consciousness, you're somewhere else in another world.
Right.
But not that we have contact. It's just that you're actually somewhere else.
Yeah.
And in your world we look different. We're fucking chairs or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all this different
Sounds
shit.
like some Rick and Morty shit.
So yeah, but the thing is I've found so much stuff that like I'm like, man, maybe, right? So there's like picture like how many fucking streets are the exact same in every place, you know? So I'm like, okay, I get it. There's a bank and there's a queen and there's a fucking Laurier and there's for reasons, right? Like all these things mean stuff, you know?
Right.
Vimy and like whatever, right? Okay, cool. Like, okay. But
Yeah, I always think that.
Well, I mean, it comes from history,
I
right?
always
no, but
think
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
I'm
That's
like,
what I'm
who
saying.
decided on
no, I know,
that?
but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is there's reasons for it.
Yeah.
But like yes, okay, so fucking Renfrew has a Pembroke Street, fucking, you know, Pembroke has a
Yeah,
Renfrew Street.
yeah.
Okay, like I get that, but that's what I'm saying is like my reasonings have a lot of like, oh, it could be coincidence stuff, right?
Mhm.
So it's just like, yeah, okay, Laurier because fucking like Wilfrid Laurier and shit, you know, like that's fucking
Right,
history and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right? Okay, cool, I get that. But it's like certain shit where I'm like, like I hear names. Like, okay, there's a street in Canada. Look at me in the fucking eyes and tell me this is a real word. Herzberg.
Herzberg?
Herzberg.
So, but here's the thing is, I used to say whenever I was younger,
Like
and
H-E-R-S...
Herz,
Z, okay.
either B-E-R-G or B-U-R-G, Herzberg. But yo, listen to me right now. Whenever I was younger, I think I just told you this not long ago.
Yeah.
When I was younger, like teenager and shit, I would get drunk and I would like pretend to be like slurring my words and I go Herzberg,
Yeah.
and I would just make this noise. And so one day I found this street and was like, no fucking way. I'm like, they spelt it and everything. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? So it's like little things like that where I'm like, man, what the fuck? Or it's like, are you just running out of names now? You know, trying to think of one. Like, I'm just gonna make this up.
So
but
Herzberg,
like,
Frederick Herzberg is someone apparently that's...
yeah, but all I'm saying is suspend your disbelief, right? So instead of Googling it, think.
Okay, sorry.
Think you were
I
a
always
teenager
wondered
and you
that
were
too.
drunk and you said some random thing to be funny as if you're slurring your words, and then it
Right.
becomes a fucking actual thing.
Yeah.
And then you think of the fucking Batman theory and you're like, wow, that kind of supports that thing
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
sense of like, what the fuck? So yeah, like I said, most of them are coincidence, and there's a thing where it's like, okay, yeah, it's this guy, or he fucking, jerked off a leprechaun or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm like, wow, like, and it's just fun to play with the idea. So it's not that I believe it or that that's solid facts. It's just I'm like, wow, you could see that could be things. So like Steve Stevenson, like your fucking name is Steve Stevenson. Like you fucking have a business card and it says Steve Stevenson. I made that up. I was just lazy with the name today, what the fuck, Anyways, it's just like I said, it's just funny to think about. Like I heard that one time. It's like, oh yeah, Batman theory, whatever. That's cool when you base it on the Batman thing. But then when someone told me that, where it's like, no, like it even goes further, where it's like, you have made up all this stuff around you, I'm like, whoa, like shit, man. So even like, like nature shit that blows your mind.
Who knows what
like,
reality
oh, crazy,
is.
this fucking lizard turns colors when it's in like whatever, right?
Yeah.
I made that up, But it also supports. No, I shouldn't say supports. It also like, it's funny that
weird.
It's funny that like I used to think like religion and shit. I was like, you know what? I think like you are your own God in a sense that like. So like you have your own trial, like you're not your trials, but like you have your own little shit where it's like, okay, cool. Like some people would be like, okay, like like the vigilante shit where it's like, okay, that guy like rapes little kids or whatever, right? I'm gonna go kill him, So it's like I'm justified because like I killed this rapist guy, right? So then but that's what I'm saying is they have. So then this guy's writing his own shit, right? But the thing is what I'm getting at is that there's a right combination, right? So you are left on your own shit to find that right combination, right? So let's say he dies thinking I killed that person and I'm right for it,
just for
whatever, right? But now let's say before he dies, he's like, you know what? Actually, really, I fucking shouldn't have done that, and that was really bad, and like whatever, right? I'm not saying you have to go and sit down in front of fucking some imaginary person and beg for forgiveness. I'm just saying that if you actually think in your head, shit, man, that's fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. So whenever you die, they go, okay, yeah. Like it still obviously sounds like someone's judging you. But what I'm saying is that it's like you write your own rules no matter what. You do what you want to do. And so then it's that you have to like find that right combination, right?
Yeah, right.
So then how that relates to this other thing is that I'm like, yo, actually, they say like, oh, God like created everything on the earth and stuff, right? So like I said, I'm like, yo, this lizard changes color. Like, I created that,
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, I'm God or like whatever. I think
just
that
a
highly of
different way
myself, but it's just that all those things kind of tie together. Where I'm like, "Fuck, man!" Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? So, like, if you look at reality, it's just like,
did you give me this?
Yeah, I did.
Your like perspective, right? Like, if your viewpoint.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's what your reality is.
So if you go
is
through
your
your
perspective.
entire life living with the mentality and the perspective that. Or just that you, like you say, you are the person that is created. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say it's egotistical, but it's definitely like a confidence of like.
Oh no, but
I don't think he's talking of that. It's more
even
of like,
too. Well, wait, let me say just real quick.
Yeah.
Even too, whenever I finished talking, I was like, oh, I should almost. But you started, so I'm like, I don't want to cut him off just to fucking because I've been talking for an hour. but even too, the thing I was gonna say is like, it's not that I actually believe it. It's like I said, all of this is like.
I'm not saying
suspend.
You did.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like, and I'm not telling anyone to believe it, but I'm saying like, suspend your disbelief and think of all these things and go, oh shit, that kind of. But like, even once I got to that point, I was like, you know what? I feel like we've suspended our disbelief so many times to the point where you're like, you're a make believe world. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's not a thing. But you know what I'm saying though, right? It's
well,
like
no,
so. It's not that I believe it.
I don't think
I'm him.
I don't think he means in like, oh, I created all this, but it's when. It's when you see a passage in the Bible or whatever, and it's all him or whatever, you put it.
I know what Stylez is saying.
No,
like,
it's
he's
just
saying
that it's all about
not even that.
No, just let me. It's just the whole thing of like
it's believing in yourself,
it's
not the
no,
God.
Just let me say it's not that like so even
Everything
beyond that,
you.
it's not about me like I said, I see the lizard. Oh, that lizard changed colors when you put it in the grass or whatever, right? Okay, cool. And I'm saying like, oh yeah, like I created that. What I'm saying is if all of those things are true and this theory is a thing,
yeah,
I'm the one who created it. So really it's a laughing joke between
right.
myself and fucking the world or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I actually believe it, but I just think like if all of those things are things, then like
right.
that would be bad, you know, or like that would be, or not bad, sorry, that would be.
But let's say for
know?
argument's sake, it is true. This is what I was saying. Is like for argument's sake, if it is true, right? suspend your disbelief, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
sorry.
Let's
I
say
thought
it
you were
is
saying-
true, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and
I thought you were saying someone fully believes it. Sorry.
right,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
even if you do fully believe it, like that's what I'm saying. Like if you fully believe, like if it is your whole being, like if you were raised knowing,
And
you know
that's the
what I
way
mean?
it
It's
is.
just a fact that your thoughts or your
Yeah.
perspective creates your reality, or
Yeah.
like the things that you see. You know, you're like, yeah, I thought of that, and like that's why it exists in front of me right now because I'm putting it
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
right? Like,
I see what you're saying. If it was like, yeah, yeah. So another step of like,
Yeah, well, it does. That's
I
what
don't
you
know.
see
Yeah, I
in
don't know.
movies.
is that like the guy with the fucking in the bank thing and he's
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
video game?
no,
You know what I'm
The
talking
video
about?
game, the bank.
Guy, something guy, free guy.
Free guy. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right,
Have you seen it?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen it? It's like
Yeah,
kind of
it's like-
fucking similar to that.
Yeah.
I would believe. Can I have a
Yeah.
Or if there's a hail in there, I might drink that too. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Is you have to like again, just yeah. But I thought you were saying that like if you go around, if I like me personally, if I
Not
go
you
around
personally,
thinking
it's
like
anybody, right?
if you
like,
think that you
was
actually
your
created
truth-
that, then you're a fucking asshole. You know what I'm like?
no,
No,
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
believe
like,
it.
If that was
If it's
anybody's
true
truth,
and that's like,
one,
yeah.
one's not
It's
yours,
almost
but
too
one's.
much for someone to handle too. It's almost too much for someone to handle too, right? Like
Well, yeah,
like
definitely,
because of that,
then,
it's like you fucking you're gonna be this egotistical
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like
and that's my point, right?
exactly,
Like,
yeah. But that's what I mean is I'm like, oh yeah, because what you're saying is it's too much for someone to handle. Like you fucking actually know going through life, like I
that
created this.
you that
But the
you are
thing
the
is
one that's
no one will
creating
be able
reality.
to teach you it because
That's fact. So
everyone
that's what I was
around you
getting
is who
into.
you've already made up.
Is like
So-
so there's
Right.
spiritual teachings or like books that I've read. So there's a book by Neil Donald Walsh, and
Okay.
it's called Conversations with God.
Oh, did you mention this before?
I might have a long time
Or
ago.
somebody?
But it's like it has nothing to do with God whatsoever.
Yeah.
Really, like it's not in like a Christian sense or any sort of religious sense. But like just sort of like the concept of what God is, or like some higher power or whatever. And basically, it's you, right? You are your higher power. And
fucking
there's,
knew
that's
it! I'm
what-
telling
that's
you,
what I
I'm
was
fucking
gonna
done it.
Right,
Like
so, like,
reading
there's-
the passage, and it's all about these stories. It's you're supposed to like put your perspective into all of that, like you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Oh,
the
yeah.
you believe in you're the higher power
right.
that
Yes.
you're believing in.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I like brought up the Bible, because there's all the I've never read it, but like there's all those stories.
It's
Like,
it's an
about
interesting
other
book.
people, but you're supposed to take.
The Bible or the book you're talking about?
The book I'm talking
Okay, I
about.
thought you
Yeah,
were
I
saying-
know. Sorry, I was going all like further into what I was going to explain there earlier, or whatever. But yeah, anyway, that's what I was going to say is that we're the higher power or whatever. Like you know,
Right.
It's not
So
like-
that's basically
'cause
what this
people
book
are like,
says
oh,
is
like,
that
you
we
don't see
are.
God, but it's
Yeah.
like it's your.
I
It's you.
swear.
It's you.
We send ourselves here.
I
Like
wrote this
every
book in my last
experience
life.
that we have through our entire lives, we've chosen in advance.
Yeah.
Right. So we've mapped everything out, like everything, every person we're gonna meet, every like good situation, bad situation. It's all to achieve some sort of like higher learning or
Right.
or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But see, Mhm.
Yeah.
But yo, they say, yeah. But they say a lot of
Well, it could be like past
Yeah.
lives,
But-
right? You could live multiple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
And
Well, yo,
each
like-
time you send yourself back to learn a new thing, right? So each life process, like you're so consciousness is a thing that exists,
Yeah.
right? And there's only one consciousness, and it subjects itself or like subdivides itself
yeah.
to experience
Yo, what's happening?
itself. I don't know, something's
I heard that.
tapping. But yeah,
Okay.
it divides itself. There's one consciousness that divides itself
Yeah.
to experience
This is
itself
Rastafarianism.
objectively, right?
Yeah.
So we are all the same consciousness
Yeah.
experiencing different parts of
Perspectives or-
itself.
But yo,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
right.
this is literally
Which is like a true,
Rastafarianism. Rastafarianism. So they have a saying, and so it's like they're the like, what's it called? Patois is the language they speak. It's just it's like I don't know if this is like a rude way to say it, but it's like broken English.
Okay.
Right. It's
So,
a
like,
combination of
They're saying
slang,
English words,
other
but
things.
they're
Yeah,
just
I
not
know what
pronouncing
you-
them right. Like, so
No,
they'd
I
say
know what you're
like
saying.
Okay.
tink and toe is literally spelled like thinking without a G and an H, and then toe is spelled like toe on your foot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Tink and
so
toe,
it's
but it's like I'm
literally-
thinking so. Like I was
Right.
thinking so. Like I fucking.
Take a toe.
But they say I like so.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you're I, I'm I. Every like noun or whatever is I, or noun.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so,
what
but
point?
yeah, I know. But so that's the point is we're all I because we're all from the same fucking thing. So I and
Okay.
I means you and me.
Right.
So I and I, because what I'm saying is I
You're
and
all the
I,
same, right?
because we are all the
We
same
are
thing,
all
and they
one.
literally believe that when you die, you go back up to not a group of souls in fucking heaven somewhere or whatever,
But
or
just
the gulag
the
or whatever
one-
it is.
Yeah.
You go back to the cloud.
Right. The
And
one
then
singularity.
fucking you end up
Right.
maybe you and him and me and fucking her
Yeah.
all go into one
The
other
one.
one for the next
Right.
fucking thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So like what you're saying is literally like not that it like there's probably a lot of fucking different religions or people that use
Yeah,
that
okay.
ideology, but that is one of them.
And there's probably a reason for it, right? Because like,
Oh fuck.
so I think a lot of like different religious practices and preaching sort of like stem back down to the same sort of fundamental like points, and
Yeah.
is that we are all one thing, and we you know what
Yeah.
I mean, like
But that's it too. Even was it Zeitgeist or whatever, where they show that like fucking most religions are like the exact same thing. Just
Yeah,
replace
exactly.
a word or
Yeah.
a fucking god or a
Yeah. It's just
whatever, like and it's all the same times and shit. No, but yo, but yeah, but yeah, I know. No, I know, but that's very specific. So what it is in Zeitgeist, they show that they're all the same. So it's not like I said, change the name to God, to Son,
just
to
believing in
fucking
something.
soul, to whatever. It's all the same thing, but it's all the
Faith
Sun.
in something.
Everything comes down. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but look at it. Why do fucking what's the pagan shit where they have the winter solstice? Why is the winter solstice at the same time as fucking Jesus was born? Because that's when the sun, the day before is that time. Sorry, I shouldn't say the day before. I don't know specifically, but around that time
December 21st
is the shortest day, right?
of the year.
So
yeah.
technically, the sun is reborn around Christmas,
Right.
and that's
right.
that's why. So it's not that it's like I get what you're saying is not everyone has a god or a certain thing, but they're saying that all these religions have all these very similar stories and all these very similar things, and just replace it with the fucking sun, and that's exactly what it is because they have all these fucking things that match up for it. Like it's a big long thing, like you have to see it, but it's
Yeah,
like
it's pretty,
it literally
pretty cool though.
it literally shows that they're all so again like it's not specific
Yeah.
to yeah, but it's because what they're saying is like they show it the whole relation to the sun, and so the
Yeah, that's
sun
cool.
is basically what all these religions fucking, but they all have all these things in common. Like you're saying is that like, well, why? Probably because that's
it
what
all
it
comes
is.
from
Like
some
Well,
sort
that
that's
makes
it.
sense because at
There's
one
some-
point
yeah.
all humanity had was the sun. Of course. Yeah, everyone needs.
I know the
something
truth.
to
I just
believe
haven't
in.
told anyone yet.
well,
That's
fucking, we're all
exactly
waiting.
right.
Style.
I'm waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Segway, baby. Boom! So, you ever seen the movie? Fuck, it's coming, man. The Invention of Lying.
No.
Yo, I've seen. So it's been a minute, and I just saw it recently on, I don't know if it was Netflix or Prime or something. And I was gonna watch it. Ricky Gervais.
Go check it out
I
on
should watch
Netflix.
It's really good.
Netflix. Yeah.
Fucking promo code. We don't have a promo code, and I don't think it's on Netflix. But watch it
Yeah,
somewhere.
I
But yeah, it's Ricky Gervais, and it's kind of old too. Like
It is,
Like
yeah, it's why-
I
yeah.
shouldn't say old, but it's
It
like
is kind of old. Though.
when I saw it, I'm like, crazy. This is cool. Yeah, when it come out? Oh, never heard of this fucking
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
You know.
was it like 2005 or something?
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's probably
sure,
whenever,
but that's even older than I thought it was. But yeah, so what it is he lives in a fucking world where like everyone tells the truth.
okay.
So then he goes to go on a date with this chick, and it's what's her name, Jennifer Garner, I think.
09.
Jennifer Garner, is that her name?
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, I've never
Um,
seen it, but she
but,
is an actor.
But you interrupted me. I was talking to.
Sorry.
I was just trying to say. But anyway, so he goes to go on a date with her, and it's like Ricky Gervais, and she's like Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
And he they're talking or whatever, and she's like, okay, I have to go upstairs and finish getting ready or something, whatever. She's like, I'm probably gonna masturbate, or I'm gonna try and be quiet and masturbate or something. And she's like, because I don't think you're gonna satisfy me or something, or like I'm not gonna have sex either, or like whatever. But so they're like so straight with people, like it's
There's
not
no lying.
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
not that they
lying,
keep it's like it's not that they keep the truth from people or whatever. It's like they fucking just say it, right?
Yeah.
So then like he goes into the bank, his fucking landlord comes and says, he's like, you owe $800 for the rent or whatever, right? And he's like, oh, fuck, and all this shit and whatever. He's like, I guess you're moving then. He goes, well, I only have $300 in the bank. Can I give you that? He goes, well, it's not $800.
Yeah.
He's like, take that $300 and go get a truck to move all this shit out. He's like, oh, fuck. So he goes to the bank to get the money out and do that.
Yeah.
And he's standing there, and the chick's like, oh, there's something wrong with their computer or whatever, you know? And she's like, just tell me how much you had in there. And all, you know? 'Cause he's like, I want to clear the money out. And then it just shows like his brain. Like, so then it sparks, and he's like, $800.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, yeah. And she's like, oh, wait. Oh, it came back. And she goes, it says you have $300. And she's like, why would you say you had $800 when there was $300? She gets all confused, and then she goes, oh, it must be an error. I trust you. Like, oh, whatever. Yeah, here's your money. He gives him the $800. So he's like, man, I figured something out. Like, I got it, you know? So then, like, everyone's like waiting because he did a few other things, whatever. So everyone's like, oh my God, like, he's the guy, like, he's got information we don't have, you know? And so, like, he knows something we don't know. So it's just like you said, like, we're all waiting, Stylez.
Yeah.
They literally were all waiting outside this guy's house. He's in the house and he's writing on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And he's writing all this stuff down. But a lot of the stuff he's writing is like religion stuff. He's like, there's a
It's
guy.
like the 10 Commandments.
Right.
This
Yeah.
guy and
Yeah,
like whatever, but he's like butchering it, right? Like he gives like a like if like somebody were to like give a very basic explanation of religion or whatever, right? He has a guy in the sky. He's like, and he gets mad if you do bad things. And then he's like, you go to he's like, you go up in the clouds or you go in the sky, and he's like, someone's like you go to space. And he's like, no. He's like, you're not in space. They're like, oh, you're in the, like, whatever. There's, like, not the atmosphere, but something else.
Yeah, the stratosphere.
And he's like, no. And he's like, so you're above the clouds? He's like, you're, like, somewhere between the clouds and the stratosphere, like, whatever. Like, okay, yeah. And he goes, and there's ice cream. And he's like, your favorite kinds of ice cream. And he's like, any kind of ice cream. And the one guy goes, even bad kinds of ice cream? And he's like, no, there's no bad kinds. He's like thinking no bad kinds. And the one guy goes, what about like lemon and skunk or like something like that? And he's like, no, whatever. And then he goes, everyone gets a mansion when they go there and like whatever. And Eric Andre's in it for like a quick clip. And he's like, oh, he's like a nice house or something. And he's like, yeah, he's like a nice house. He goes, oh, I was thinking about a bad house. But anyways, it just goes on. But the thing is, he's writing this on paper. His buddy's sitting there eating pizza. They come in and they're like waiting for him to write the shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, we need like, I don't want to go out with this paper like this. So he takes it and he tapes it on the fucking pizza boxes, and he goes out like they're like tablets, like you're saying. Goes out like they're tablets, and he's reading the shit. Oh man, but it's funny because he's like, he invents fucking lying basically, right?
Yeah, right.
And so like I was like, anyways, that's why it was a good segue because I just watched it recently.
I gotta watch it.
And
it's a great movie
because
Ricky
that's what I was
Gervais,
saying.
man,
I literally was gonna like.
So he's not only like an atheist and
really
doesn't believe in God, but like one of the funniest fucking.
He did like
people.
Shaun of the Dead and
No.
I'm thinking of
He looks like that guy.
Ricky
though.
Gervais is the guy that did The Office, the British Office. That
Yeah. Is he not in
He
it?
started this office
I
shit.
think
Yeah,
I think he's in fucking Shaun of the Dead.
No, he's not.
No.
You're thinking
Him,
of the big
him
guy.
and the blonde guy. Oh, I'm thinking of the bigger guy. You're right.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you said big guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm way off.
so yeah,
Maybe
Ricky
it's a
Gervais is a
different
bigger
movie,
guy,
though.
but he's
Yeah.
not that guy.
But I honestly will say that I see the fucking confusion. I wouldn't say they look
maybe it was a
alike, but
different
like
one,
yes,
but
like,
probably not though.
But
I know
fucking
the guy,
Ricky
but anyways,
Ricky
yeah.
Gervais, dude, like
I like the shit he
he
does.
makes some good TV shows. Like
Yeah,
so the
'cause
movie.
he did the
like,
Oscars a couple years ago.
That's what I was gonna
Ricky
say. I like the shit he
Gervais,
did at the
fucking
Oscars
just
and stuff.
Yeah, he
Just
tore the.
fucking with people.
the Golden
Yeah.
Globes or whatever it was. But yeah, man, like he's done a few good TV shows that like they really tug at the heartstrings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he knows how to write. Like he's a good writer.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the concept of the invention of lying is fucking genius.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
and,
it.
and
And if
especially
Like if you listen, like if you, I can't remember what the show is. He plays like a mentally slow person. I don't know. Works in.
I don't know what you
if it's an
mean.
old
What's
age
another
home.
word for it? sorry. Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, he works
Works
in
in
like
old age. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
an old age home or some sort of like retirement place or nursing home or something. And he's like the helper there.
And he's slow.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
he's
yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure if
could
he meant he
figure
was or
this
he's
out.
working
No, he
with them.
puts on this whole like accent and gig, and you know what I mean. Like it's kind of offensive. Like it was back in the day.
Sure,
Yeah,
all this
but
stuff's
at the
offensive.
same time, like
But again, it's like if you watch it, I guarantee you, like you could be the hardest fucking gangster, and you're gonna shed a tear.
Yeah.
oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you right
I
now.
thought you were talking
He
about
knows how to
laughing.
write a fucking
Okay. Then
story.
that's cool too if you can do. It's like when I see people do like okay, really good rapper, and you can do like rapping, like freestyling and like on time and like everything. Okay, cool. Like fuck yeah, you're really good. But like yo, you can like sing too, and like man, I saw you play the guitar. And like oh cool, you know, like I say on here many times where I'm like yo, I always like when people can do all of it because it shows you like music, you understand the shit, right? So it's like one thing to be like oh man, I'm really funny, I write these funny stories and shit. Like you said, if he's like wrote something that's like can also pull this other emotion out of you, especially like
Yeah.
you're saying too, if you like you could be hard as fuck and still be crying, then that shows that it really gets that
It
emotion out.
connects with
Afterlife?
it just
So-
for like the human aspect of people, right? Like he
so
really
I'm
gets
just saying
to that
if
like
you
basic
can
human
get
aspect.
if you can get all of that, you know, same as the music. Oh,
Yeah.
you could do all these different styles of music really good. Oh man, you like music and understand music, and I respect that. That's huge, right? But then like this, it's like, oh yeah, I write a whole bunch of funny shit. It's like, oh, but I've also written this and this and this, and this can bring out this too. I'm like, that means that you actually understand humans and how this art of picture making like
Yeah,
fucking
it's not
goes,
just like
you know?
one note. You know what I mean? He's not just like a
Yeah.
stand-up comedian or like whatever,
Exactly.
like,
yeah.
He's definitely
So I didn't know that though. I obviously never saw it, but I didn't know he has shit like that. I've only seen like
funny dude.
few things of his. But yeah, no, I just thought that was funny because it was like, and I did not set that up on purpose. But I was like, oh yeah, I know something you guys don't know, yeah, whatever. And then you're like, we're all waiting. I was like, whoa, I pictured
Yeah.
everyone waiting. Yo, shout out Benor from
Yeah, I was
Benor's
gonna say that.
Outdoors. Gang.
Big shout out.
Yeah, man, I gave his
What book?
son Bully's book.
Oh
Bully's
yeah,
book.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bully wrote a children's book.
Go
For
get
real?
it.
Yeah, it's on Amazon,
Did
and
he
it
just
is.
come out with this recently?
It's
Real
a little
quick,
while
around
ago,
Christmas
yeah.
time he did.
It's on Amazon, and it is called Wee Tiny Bundle, and you can get it on Amazon, like I said, but it's on Amazon,
That's cute. That's so
And-
funny. Like
and it's yeah. Well, the thing is too is once I said it too, I was like, oh shit, wait, like should I have like put it out there? And I was like, wait, you know what? I'm like he put it all over the place, so like,
Yeah, he's
and he
smart.
probably wants it, you know, like fuck.
He's smart, man.
But it's pretty good. It's actually like,
Kids book
and
style?
it's very simple. It's like a little
Yeah.
like baby book or whatever. But it's like that one, like
there's a huge market for that.
you know the
man.
one with the kid.
The Robert Munch one.
You're always a little fucker or whatever.
Little fucker.
You know what? I'm saying it really funny.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I don't know.
Here we go. My baby you'll be or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Love you
yeah.
for always.
Love you forever.
Yeah,
That's
or yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Munch.
Yeah, okay,
Love You
yeah.
Forever, yeah.
But it's similar to that, you know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, but it's like yeah, it's similar to that.
Okay. Is there
I don't-
illustrations or like,
yeah, there's like pictures and stuff
did
in
he
it.
draw
yeah.
it or
No, it's
He's a
actually
tattoo
I
artist,
shouldn't
right? Like,
yeah, sorry, I shouldn't say
he's
no.
got some
I
drawing
don't
skills.
I don't know. But I know that like when you go to do the books and stuff, I guess you can like do it on Amazon.
Yeah. Okay.
So then they get all the like files and shit.
oh
And then they
yeah.
like print it out and do whatever. Maybe I'm
No way.
fucking telling them fucking secrets or something.
No,
but-
no,
but-
that's pretty standard.
Oh yeah, no, I know,
I
but
made a book for
yeah, yeah.
my mom.
Yeah.
Similar
No,
to
I know,
that.
but I was just saying I don't know if everyone wants me to just fucking tell everyone that that's how you can do it.
Oh, well,
But anyways, so I don't know. I can't say whether he drew them or not. But he would have had to like make these designs at some point in some way, and then like upload them or whatever.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Um.
right.
So yeah, I don't know if he like physically drew them or just made them.
Yeah.
But no, it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, shout out to Benor.
Yeah. Big shout out. to
And
you.
shout out to Christian as well. Because I believe they're linking up to throw their fucking lines in the water bed.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Good weekend for it.
Oh yeah.
What's have we heard from anybody?
Oh.
I
Donald Trump.
I don't think so, but I thought I'd just ask.
Yeah,
anyway.
I did check not long ago. Yeah.
Damn, eh?
So we were supposed
Ghosted.
to have
Boys
Matt
got ghosted
Child.
tonight.
We're supposed to have Matt Child and Donald Trump on tonight,
Yeah.
and they actually wanted to discuss something that is huge right now.
Might fucking put an end to World War III.
And they chose our show, and they wanted to come on here so that they could both discuss the issue and go about it and how to move forward from it. But there's a little thing right now going on where apparently people are making like tofu kitty litter, and apparently to save the world.
Apparently.
Fucking positive that it might be good. And I say might strongly because 63% of the time it works all the time. So if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
You know what he's saying.
If you do, I'm surprised because I don't really know what I'm saying. But Donald Trump and Matt Child were supposed to come on and talk about it, and I only know like very little. I did look it up a little bit. I believe there's only one company that sells it. I don't know. I do know that there's tofu in it. I want to know if it's edible
as well.
I'm thinking, is it edible? But then I'm thinking, you only want to eat it.
Want to eat that?
No, but you
Why would
only
anything
no,
ever
I
wanna
know.
eat
But
that?
listen, you only want to eat it. But you only want to eat something like that before you use it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
for sure.
Or never, because
For
tofu
sure.
is garbage and not even food. Why? It's absolute garbage.
Just soggy cardboard. But actually, okay, I like sweet and sour or hot and sour soup. Really good.
Yeah.
And it has fucking tofu in
Tofu
it.
in it.
I don't believe you can get it without tofu.
Okay.
So I just eat it and I suck it up. It's
Yeah.
not that it tastes bad. It's a weird texture, whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't go like out of my
Anyway.
way to be like, I'm gonna pick up tofu and like tonight we're having tofu burgers
Right.
or like tofu
Yeah, yeah.
steaks. One time we had a family thing, like a big like not just like my cousins and aunts and uncles and shit. It was like the extended family, like my great aunts and fucking great cousins or whatever we call them,
Yeah.
all that shit. And we were there, and like my brother always brings this up. Both of them.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was there, but I've heard the story so many times. Like I was there, but I wasn't at this conversation.
Yeah.
I've heard the story so many times that I was there. And everyone's taking their turn to barbecue shit. There's so many fucking like families and shit, right? So okay, yeah, like instead of like, oh, we're all just gonna make food for you, it's like because there's so many people. So everyone's taking their turn, whatever. And so this family was over, and they were very like, I guess they're my family, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the first time I ever met them. They were. I don't know how to explain it. They were adventurous or like and dweeby. Or like, not that those are the same thing, but I feel like they go hiking, which isn't bad because I went hiking last week. But I feel like they do it as like it's professional sport to them.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like they
Right.
watch videos on how to do it. You know. And how that relates is that so they were making food and stuff, and
This is what you eat
one
before.
kid turns to the parents and was like, should I go get the tofu dogs?
Oh, yeah, I just
And I
can't
remember
wait
like,
for
and
it.
this is like we were kid, like I don't know how old I would have been, but pretty young. And I remember like still to this day, my brothers talk about that. Like, oh, remember the guys with the tofu dogs? Like whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
what in the fuck could a tofu dog be like, man?
Ugh.
Like I eat hot dogs and I don't mind them, but
Yeah.
like if you think about it long enough, it's fucking awful. That's disgusting.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Just a
I'll
regular
eat them.
hot dog
I'll
is
buy
disgusting.
them
Yeah.
to
Never
eat them,
mind
you know?
tofu hot
Yeah.
dog.
But if you think about it for a bit, that's fucking awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Now
sure.
make it chicken or tofu or something.
Eve-
You're like, and I've eaten chicken dogs too, and they're not too bad. They
No,
do
they're
have their
alright.
own little
Yeah,
flavor,
yeah.
but at the same time, you got to think like, if you think about it too much, it's a fucking chicken tube, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
And then like,
fuck.
so now make that tofu. That's fucked up. What even is tofu? You know?
What even is tofu?
Chicken dogs. Yo, you know what?
Can
Yo,
be.
yeah, but it's
Sure.
different. If it's. But that's it. It's just the
Yeah,
beaks. It's
Not
just
even
the
chicken,
beaks
yeah.
and the
beaks, yeah.
ears
And the
It
feet.
is. It's
fingers.
just the waste
Yeah.
of everything.
But yo,
Yeah.
but yo, listen to this. Ugh. Yo, I'm
It's
telling you right now.
Deconstructed.
You go to Circle K, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's
I
It's-
was there today.
Yeah,
a special occasion
I
when
bought
you
a
get to
lottery
see.
ticket.
Let me say the thing. It's a special occasion when you get to see these on the roller.
Yeah.
But I went in one day and I said, "Yo, you see they have like the taquito things,
They got like
right?
tomatoes and
Yeah,
shit.
so I eat the taquito things. Like, okay, cool. Like, not all the time, They make your room smell like farts. Like you wake up and it smells like so much shit in your closet. But anyways, short story long.
Because you've been shitting your pants.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
sure.
Yeah, they're awful, but they're delicious. So, anyways, but my point is, they have a bunch of stuff on it. They have hot
Yeah.
dogs. They got the Oktoberfest. They got a bunch of shit, right? But one day I go there and I'm like, yo, what's this thing? So like, it's like a breaded chicken tube, but it was like hot chicken, fucking whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, I'll get it. I don't know if you're supposed to put it on a bun. I'm not. I put in the thing. I take it. I'm like, okay, cool, yep. I also understand I'm risking a lot, right?
Yeah.
I am risking a lot, not just poop in my closet. And I take it out and I pay for it and I leave. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's try this. And I was craving like a deep fried, breaded, like spicy chicken type shit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, yeah. Take a bite of it. And like, I don't even know how to explain how my teeth went through it and like how it bit. Like, and it was like tough, like a sponge or something, you know what I mean? Like, and then like,
Just rubber
but once I went through, it was
chicken.
like, and like, you know, it's like kind of pop,
Yeah.
you know? I'm like, just that was weird. I'm like, I start chewing. I'm like, fuck. I'm not sure. I don't remember. There's a good chance I ate the whole thing. But the first
You know
bite,
you did.
yeah, probably. But the first bite, I remember the first time I told this story, I did say that I ate it, but I don't know if it was a joke or what. But I was hungry.
Yeah.
I wanted it. But the thing is not only all of this, but then I like look at the part that I bit, and it's just like this gray, like formed piece of like chicken
Yeah.
or
In
like
air quotes.
mystery, like yeah, like chicken. Yeah, it was like something. It might even been muskrat, which I've had before. It was better than this.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it is like it's fucking weird. I'm not
Yeah.
telling you to go buy it. Maybe buy it if you're a scientist and you want to like see what's up. But I'm telling you, just go
Do some
look. Just go
experimentation.
look at it like a
Yeah.
museum and be like, "That's what he's talking about." I never want to know what this fucking
Yeah.
feels like in my teeth.
Oh
Like
man.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah. But so how that related,
Almost
I am
turns my
not sure. Oh,
stomach
chicken
thinking
dogs.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But
Crazy.
yeah, definitely like the weirdest, like, I don't know if I've ever like bit anything or into anything like that
Yeah.
that made me like, I don't know.
The
I've
only
bit a
thing
human's
I
ear
would,
off.
the only thing I would compare that to is fucking Subway's sweet onion chicken teriyaki chicken for a while.
I love that shit.
Oh man, but like I'd bite into that chicken in arm prior, I should say. Probably
Yeah, arm
location.
sucks.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's a
Man, like
location
legit,
thing.
you'd
They're all the
bite
same
into the
shit.
chicken, and it would be like what you said. You'd bite into the chicken, and it'd be like, just like a sponge, like
Yeah,
and
I
it
see
would just
that-
break off in
But yo,
half, and it's like
I see that with
chewy
their
and
It's like
roasted
it's
rubbery.
reformed.
Oh, for
chicken.
sure.
Like,
I
see
it's
that,
not
yo,
actually, like,
But I see that with their roasted chicken, like the roasted chicken, like breast or whatever.
right.
But they say that one, out of everything in Subway, the roasted chicken thing is like the closest to what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's what I usually get, the
what I
roasted
get.
chicken.
Yeah, so it's
Oven
supposed to be
roasted
like,
chicken, yeah.
like it's obviously like not.
it's still kind of.
like-
I'm pretty sure it's like it's reformed chicken.
Oh, it's
though,
formed.
still.
That's what
Gotta
I'm
be
saying. But
formed,
It is.
Yeah, I know. But this is what I'm saying.
He's
We
saying
are
they're
all
the
sitting here. Yeah, but
closest.
listen, we're all sitting here agreeing. Yes, it's for reformed chicken.
yeah.
But what these people are saying is the best or the closest
Yeah.
thing to
Yeah.
the
It's
real
your
I
thing
know what
the
you're
higher
is that
chicken
one.
Yeah.
But we're all
content.
sitting here going, it's clearly reformed. There's bubbles in it and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, so if they're saying that's the closest thing, then what the fuck is it? What the fuck is
Yeah,
that
what is
itself?
that?
What the
Yeah.
fuck is everything else?
Yeah,
You know?
for
If
sure,
that's the
man.
closest thing, and you're like,
It's all a
It's
simulation and nothing is
not,
real.
like-
yeah.
it's
Nothing
fucking-
is real.
Goes
Style.
back
Man.
to that. Yeah.
Nah,
all
but-
of
It doesn't
that.
matter.
Fuck, man.
It's all
no,
fake.
for
But
real, though.
sometimes though, listen to this, okay? So and not to say that I fully like believe in like simulation thing, but like sometimes I think of the simulation thing and I think of like is so picture like fucking real, and
Yeah.
you're like, yo, I could jump off a fucking cliff and like the ground and nothing will happen, you know?
Right.
Let's see or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy, cool, yeah, whatever, right? But because you know you're playing a game and you're having fun and it doesn't fucking matter what you do, right? So now picture you like live life like that, and you're like, oh, fuck care. Not that you're going jumping off fucking buildings and stuff, but I mean in the sense of like in certain moves or doing certain things, you would be acting like opinion matters. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're in a, you don't care. You're just doing this thing, right? Okay, then do the fucking thing. Shoot your shot, like, or this, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever, right? Because like, and then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you should be living fucking life that way anyways, you know?
Yeah.
Like, shit, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
like I thought, oh, cool, yeah, if it was a simulation, cool. I would be like, oh, cool, I want to make this. I'm going to do
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
I'm going to fucking invest in this, or like, I'm going to do that. But at the same time, like, I don't really like a simulation,
Yeah.
you know? But then at the same time, like, yo, if you live life anyways,
It'll be that.
it'll be that. Because, like,
Yeah.
even too, like, in the simulation, technically in a simulation, tomorrow's not promised, right?
Right.
So the fuck is in the real world, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Ask the person for the thing, like, Nardwar says, he's like, ask, there's more
And
to
ye
it.
shall
It's
receive.
like, love and shit, right?
Yeah.
So then, or no, sorry, he didn't say that. He said love and shit, right?
Yeah.
So then, or no, sorry, he didn't say that. He said, I'm like, they told me to come. I'm gonna be on the list. Like, yeah, whatever, right?
Right.
So then, like, Courtney turns and sees him. And she's like, oh, hey. And she comes over. She's like, oh, this is my cousin Nardwar, blah blah blah,
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, gets him.
And then, like, they look at him like, we know who you are and what's
Yeah,
going
right.
on, and like whatever. But he's like, oh, that's what it was. It wasn't ask. It was all you have to do is ask. So then now they're back to
Yeah, so it was a pretty crazy situation
They're
with their
going wild, though.
general manager. But yeah, I guess after 9 years, he's not. He's not signing back. Or
Who is he?
whatever.
What's his name?
Kyle Dubas
Oh,
is his name.
Sounds like a drinks red or monsters and punches holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Everybody say hello to Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas in the building.
Make some
Yeah,
noise.
yeah. Where do you go? Oh, okay. Just getting in his rounds, man.
Mhm.
Getting in his rounds. All right, well, man, you guys got anything to tell the people?
Nothing.
Tune in to next week's episode.
That's right, and go check out all the
Well,
stuff.
not next week.
Oh yeah, but go
Yeah.
check out all the stuff that we've been doing on YouTube
That's
as
right.
well. Somebody messaged me the other day. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? You got married?"
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
that's hilarious.
"Did you watch the video?" I know
Yeah.
they didn't. I'm like, "Did you watch the video?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "Watch the video."
Yeah.
And then they messaged me back. They're like, "Oh," I was like, "Man, like, where have I been? Like, holy
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
whatever." I'm like,
That's good.
"Yeah," but
Glad
I'm
to
like,
hear
"That's."
that.
I'm like, they're like, "It's back to clickbait."
Yeah.
Just watch it.
Yeah. Just watch
I'm like,
it.
God,
We
yeah.
have a question.
And go play a game of tic-tac-toe or
Oh,
rock, paper, scissors with a stranger.
Oh,
yeah.
they are.
That was
yeah.
actually a great. That's actually
Sick.
that's a
So-
great story.
So just in time.
The never-ending tales of Stylez the Prophet.
So the I think I told the story before on the show. Remember, I think Jamie was here that time, where I was waiting in a lineup
Yeah,
for the liquor
that's-
store, and like these two guys were like, there was two lineups, right? And they both started their own lineup, but then they looked at each other like, "Oh, who?" And I'm like, "Rock, paper, scissors, right now." And they didn't even like, usually go like on 3 or on go, and then they just turned and went. The one guy wins. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, good for you, yeah, whatever." He goes, "I got the trophy at home."
yeah.
Then like the other dude, like now that it's someone else's turn, he looks at me like, "Who's next?" Because technically I'm like in this other guy's line.
Yeah.
Like, you go ahead, man. Like, you played a good game, like you earned it, yeah. So then I go and I'm like paying for my shit, and the first guy who like won, he's walking by. I'm like, "Hey, yo, like good game, man." And he's like, "I honestly have the trophy at home." But so I just think it's funny because it's like I say that story to say like I've told it here before in case you never heard it. That's it. But like, so it's funny because like I put someone in this situation of like, "Yo, you guys do this thing." We're driving, we pull off the highway, and it like splits onto like Woodruff either way. And we pull up beside this truck. We pass the truck at first, and I look, and it's like a couple lads, like fucking like look. I think they had like high vis, like they're in a
Yeah.
work truck. One dude smoking a bogey. Fucking, I'm like, these guys are like long weekend, just got off work. They probably got a pint in the truck. Like these guys are fucking like, these are lads. Like
Yeah.
fucking, these are my people,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, I drive by. I'm like, yeah, cool. I think all this, whatever. Then I pull up. So I'm waiting in the traffic, whatever. Then eventually, like, they get to like come up a little bit. So like, I hear somebody say something, whatever. I turn around, the guy's like, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, is that like the new like we're gonna beat you up or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Like, am I in trouble? Like what? I
Why
swear
are
I
you
thought
threatening
nice
me?
stuff
Yeah.
about you. Like, yeah. But he's doing this. I'm like, oh, and he's like, rock paper scissors. Like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Fucking. So I beat him twice in a row. But it's funny because I like, okay, yeah. At first I'm like on 3 or on go. He's like on 3. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we do it, and we both fucking shoot scissors. And he's like, no, wait. He's like, oh, go. He's like, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And I'm like, okay, yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. I beat him. Okay, cool. Then it's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, best 2 out of 3. They're like, get a green light. So like,
So you did all this at a stoplight?
yeah, they start to drive away. It's just like, yeah, we're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, see you later. It was like, and you know how many times I have had scenarios like this with people that never
You
have.
should make this a thing, man. Like, you should go downtown or somewhere.
Oh,
and
for
just,
sure.
like, walk up to a random stranger and just do this and see if they get it. And like,
Yeah, we
I don't
should
know
do
how
that
you
with
do it,
your,
like-
we should do that with your
But you could
mics.
even
see
get
how
fined.
many you can win in
Yeah.
a row, or like,
Or even
if they
find people
win,
that
you
do
get a
it.
sticker or something.
Find people that do it, like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
people or whatever. Like even
Yeah.
say they're together, whatever. But just like, yo, rock, paper, scissors right now for $5 or some shit.
Yeah.
But no, it's just funny because I'm like, I have had so many scenarios with people where I've never met them before, never seen them, nothing, whatever. Have like fucking 3 minutes of like the best interaction, and then
Yeah.
like, see you later, you
That's
know,
it,
like
yeah.
this one
Yeah,
dude
it's-
out west, man. We go to get on the
That's
fucking
the human
elevator.
experience,
We go to
isn't
get on the elevator, and we're like, we're having a good
Yeah.
time, and like, he looks like he likes to have a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
So he comes out of like the back of the hotel, sort of, and then we come from the front and we go into the elevator together. And I was like, yo, I'm like, this dude looks like he likes to have fun, man. He's got fucking like beach shorts, fucking flip flops,
Yeah.
like fucking he had like glasses on, but he just looks like a fun dude. Like he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
colorful and shit. This guy looks like likes to have fun. He's like, yeah, and he's kind of shy and laughs, whatever. So we get in the elevator. We're like, yeah, man. I'm like, where were you coming from? What were you just doing, man? I'm like, we came in the front door and you came from the back. I'm like, you were probably doing something fun. And I was
Yeah.
like, what were you doing? He goes, actually, he's like, I left the hotel room to go take a shit. He's like, my girlfriend's in the shower. He's
That's
like, so I came
hilarious.
down here to take a shit.
That's
He's like,
hilarious.
oh man, see, I'm
Yeah.
like, you like to have fun, like,
Yeah.
yeah, go on. I was like, oh shit, I wasn't recording. I turned the camera on. I'm like, okay, can we do that again?
Yeah, let's do
And he
that
looks
again.
at Bully and fucking sorry, man. It's
Yardy?
coming Yardy, yeah. He looks at them. He's like, fuck, like, what's up with this guy, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, man, they're like, you can't recreate it, whatever. I'm like, that would have been awesome, though.
Yeah.
Like, man, that was the best. So like all night, I'm like, that guy was awesome, man. I'm like, fucking see that? Like that was so sick.
That's
So-
pretty shit.
This story's a little different than normal. I got to see him the next day too.
Yeah.
And he comes out, I'm like, yo, man, whatever. And then he's pulling a cooler when he comes out of the fucking
Oh,
the thing,
yeah.
like on wheels and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm
Having
like,
fun.
clearly, look at this guy. He loves having
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, whatever. I'm like, yo, wait, can I take a picture of you? And he stops. He goes, what the fuck, man? And he looks at them again. He goes, man, like, what the fuck? They're like, man, just go with it. Like, go with it. So I have
Yeah.
a picture of this guy, like
Yeah,
like not impressed, and he's holding the thing.
That's
I imagine he was like hungover and shit too. He was like laughing, having fun, but still, I was like, yeah. I'm like, I want to take a picture. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, what's up with this guy, man? I'm like, you just look like a fun guy, man.
Everything is content.
yeah.
That's great.
Shit, I'm glad you reminded me of that because I fucking never
Yeah, that was
remember.
That was a great story. Yeah.
Uncle Jim, not Uncle Jim, sorry, Papa Jim passed away last week, a year ago, last Friday,
Rest in
12th,
peace.
I believe. But yeah,
Papa
rest in peace,
Jim.
gang. If you don't know who he is, go check out Danny Duncan, 69.com, and you will find all about Papa Jim. And that's it, man. Unless you guys want to talk about clown cloning.
Clown cloning. The double C, the CC sneak.
The CC sneak, yeah. Nah, all right, I get it. Nope, tough topics to talk about at the moment. Things
I'm
are
not fully versed on that.
things are a little touchy right now, so I get it. But if you guys would like us to talk about things like that in the future, just let us know what you think about them. Give us a topic.
Yep.
Let us know what you think about them, and then we'll be like, "You're wrong."
Yeah.
And most of the time, you will be, because we got the internet on our side,
That's right.
and you don't.
And the internet is always right.
That's right. You can actually Google whatever you want to make it however you want it. So a guy said that. He goes, yeah, we have all this information. You can have whatever you want. You make it, just Google it the right way and it'll be whatever. He goes, I'm waiting in line for coffee right now. He goes, I bet you can find out, like, coffee makes you go blind. So he goes, does coffee make you go blind? It's like, oh, it can cause, like glaucoma and, like, retina damage or, like,
Yeah,
whatever,
Does
this and
coffee
that.
help your
And
eyesight?
then he does that, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like good for your eyes and all this, and
Yeah.
like it's good for your cornea and like all this stuff, whatever. He's like, see, like what the fuck? So you just Google it a different way,
Yeah.
and you get whatever
You
you,
get
want,
what
you
you're
know?
looking for, yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't have told you guys that because now you guys have the internet on your side.
Shit.
Any motherfucking way. Gang, gang, baby. I'm Stylez the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together we are the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast. Have a happy and safe, fun, long weekend. And
Yes,
don't
sir.
forget to tell the queen I said, what's up, baby?
Hey.
Gang, gang.
King now.
Catch y'all in the next one.
Tell him I said, what's up, too.
Yeah.